going on, brother OG? What's happening? What's up, OG? What's going on? Here with a beast. What's happening, man? What's happening? What's happening? Atlanta, what's going on? You all get a roar. Leash has awakened. What's going on? How everybody doing? Grand Ride, 6:30 in the morning. West Coast. What West Coast? That's all about the West Coast. Something. Let's turn this up. Okay, my bad, y'all. Okay, volume was down. I apologize. Good to see y'all. Good to see my people. Hopefully everybody is having a great start to the day. OG, I like that you up. Quran says mind is most susceptible to new information early in the morning. Gotta get up, dog. Get the brain flowing. Shout out to the chat, man. Y'all gonna enjoy this show today. Y'all gonna enjoy this one. It's pretty good. First of all, let me thank y'all for spending y'all morning with me, tapping in. I'm saying I'm not old that, however, I'm very grateful. I want to get off into something, y'all. 2 days ago, I got an email. I didn't see it at first. It's gonna take me a minute, you know what I'm saying? You know, to get to things and so forth and so on. And got an email from a guy named Chris Anders, Anders. Christopher Anders. And I'm gonna paraphrase it, basically. Quote, "You a hater. You're just hating on 50 Cent because he's successful and you're not." Shout out to Chris. Thank you, Chris, for your email. And so I'm going to give you my response here now. Y'all may not know this. I know 50. Not personally. I've seen guys like him all the time, right? So before we move forward, let's take some steps back. I think what upset Chris is the fact that I mentioned 50's domestic abuse. Right? Oh, excuse me. I didn't mention 50's domestic abuse. I mentioned the fact that he was a mark because he spent a lot of time worrying about his ex. He spent a lot of time worrying about Diddy situations and beefing with black men, right? Instead of dealing with his issues. So let's take a step back. And somebody fact check me and somebody, because I didn't really do this. I don't have all of my facts straight, but I'm basically incorrect. If I'm not correct, wasn't 50 charged and accused? Well, first of all, he had accusations of setting his mother's, well, let me back this up. There was claims, okay, a house that he bought and that his mother, the mother of his child was living in, and his son mysteriously burned down while they were in the house back in the early 2000s, mid 2000s, something like that. I'm not particularly sure. I remember seeing it come across my timeline while I was in jail. Supposedly, he wanted her out the house, and she didn't leave fast enough for him, and the house burned down, and somebody from his camp was charged. Not him. He was never charged in this. If I'm not mistaken, wasn't 50 Cent convicted? Or I want to say something, y'all. Y'all have to understand the conviction. Anytime you go to court and you're not either acquitted or the case is not thrown out, then you were convicted. Whether you pled to it, whether you pled to a lesser cause or a lesser offense, you still admitted guilt in court. Wasn't 50 Cent accused something about him getting into it with some girls and beating them up at a concert. Didn't 50 have domestic allegations of hitting women and beating women previous to his documentary of Diddy? Y'all gotta excuse me, I get a little confused with these things. I'm not the smartest guy in the world. I only got a GED, as I like to always say. Maya always tells me not to say that, but I like to I only got a GED now. I'm not the smart chat. I want to explain something to my audience. I've never been accused, nor have I been charged in anything that has anything to do with women or children. My crimes always were violence and trying to get some money, trying to get some violence against men, and trying to get some money. Now, I'm not saying I'm better than 50 Cent, because I don't make those claims or assertions, but I will tell y'all this. As far as criminal, I have a very positive and law-abiding chat. However, as far as that ranks, y'all rank 50. I did all my time like a man. I never told. I never folded. And there's no accusations on me, not even charges, concerning violence towards women or violence towards children. Right? I'm going to use a word that the internet loves now. Y'all know I hate internet words, but it applies here. 50 Cent is very insecure. He's a guy who achieved a lot of success at a young age, and he had one of the best rap albums ever, y'all. That Get Rich or Die Trying was one of the best rap albums ever. And he's extremely talented. I think he's a better rapper, I think he's a better actor than he even is a rapper. I think his ability to act is amazing. I've seen 50 put down some roles and really get off into those roles, and he's a very, very good actor. Borderline great, and I think if he stayed with it, he could probably ascend to he could probably win an award at some point in time, because he's really a great actor, right? So Austin don't do no hate. Austin is a beast. He don't need to hate. He don't need to try to quantify. I've been where other guys have been, and my reputation is immaculate. Okay? I got all of the scars, and I got the pelts. Now, the reason I say insecure is because he has to always try to drag other people, right? And I know a lot of you guys are fans of his, right? But you can be a fan of the ability and not be a fan of the man, the person. I don't get caught up in that. I only get caught up in the truth, the likes of for a beast. See, some of y'all, it's like 20 some of y'all. The quality, the information I'm giving y'all is top tier. I never lied. I never made anything up. I never tried to be something that I wasn't in order to impress or appease anyone. Why did 50 Cent got a homeboy named Tony Yayo? That's his man's. They grew up together, you know what I'm saying, in Jamaica, Queens, and that's basically his press man. He does a lot of 50's dirty work, you know what I'm saying, in terms of going out to different podcasts, and, you know what I'm saying, just saluting him, and you know what I mean, and bigging him up, and, you know, talking about what 50 is and what 50 isn't. Hey, man, I ain't mad at Yayo. 50 changed his life. 50 put him in a position that he would have never been in, right? And so for that loyalty, I respect that, y'all. I 100% respect the man who's loyal to his dog. 50. However, Yayo spends all of his days defending 50 because people only book him to talk about who? 50. Because he's not the main topic. He's very funny. He's very charismatic. However, nobody wants to hear about Yayo. They want to hear about who? 50. and he's made a very good living for himself, going around talking about 50. Y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Where I come from, y'all, it was such thing as my homies used to always tell me gangsters move in silence. So they didn't go around talking about past crimes, implied crimes, things that could be even misconstrued, because there's real charges behind this stuff. It's real consequences behind this stuff. Guys didn't go around doing this, talking about other people's situation. Y'all notice I only talk about me. And only tell what I can tell. Or what's at liberty, what I'm at liberty to say. I don't name other people's places and what we did and how we did it and when we did it and who was involved. I don't roll like that. I'm not no Mark. And a lot of your heroes are. So, Chris, just because you like 50, you can appreciate his music, don't make my position any less valid. And you nor 50 can invalidate my record. It is sterling as far as street stuff goes. Now, I'm not saying, y'all, that I should be lifted up for that. I'm not saying that I deserve credit for that. I'm talking about this. As far as a man taking responsibility for what he did, yeah, I did that. Our problem is in the community, y'all, we glorify people that we shouldn't glorify. We lift up people because we see that they have some success monetarily and they're famous in the world. Maybe that's because our standards are so low in the black community, where we don't have a lot of heroes, of people that we can look up to in our communities. So we look to people that identify like us, identify with us. I'm saying if you live in a certain life, if you live in that particular life, my record is exemplary. I was alleged to be one of them individuals. And I don't have anything on my record that I'm not proud of in terms of that stuff go. Now, I understand that people like 50 and you think he's great and he's successful, right? But I want y'all to know this. He didn't do this documentary that about Diddy out of some moral sense of out of some sense of what I'm looking for, from a place of, help me out, chat. I'm getting a little tongue twisted here. He's not trying to be helpful to the community. He's trying to do this because he wants to hurt Diddy. He want to hurt him because he's mad about what Diddy did with his baby mama that you chose to have a baby with. This chick Daphne, you hurt that them facts came out. A lot of these guys were lames, y'all, before they got on with this bread. And let me make this clear: they still lame. They just lames with bread. The money never unlamed them. They're still lames. They were lames then, and they're lames now. I was never a lame. Nobody ever considered me lame. Arrogant, aggressive, violent, unstable, crazy. Been called those things and more. Never been called lame. I've never been called lame in my life. If they did it, it never got back to me. So I like to make these things clear because we worship so much in our communities. We worship men instead of appreciating the ability. And as I told y'all previously, you shouldn't have to look no further than your own home for your heroes. Stop looking to lift up people, even me. I'm flawed. Your heroes are in your home, Your heroes are in your community every day. The people that provide safety for you, the people that provide shelter for you, the people that take care of you, the people that love you. Those should be your heroes, not other people. Let's see what the chat got going on. Shout out to the chat. Let me scroll back so y'all cuss me out. Shout out to Mama. She got Mama in the house. Let me see who all in here. I ain't gonna never make it through all these, man. Oh goodness, man. Let me just do a quick roll call. Elaine, what's up? What's up, Elaine? Pink Rose in the house. Pink Rose in the house. Pink Rose in the house. Watch your mouth. Shout out to Pink Rose. Fancy in the house. What's up, Fancy? What you doing here? You should be asleep. Shout out to Fancy. Mama Mia, what's up, Mama? Mama Mia in the house. Elaine in the house. Peace and light. What's going on? Thank you so much. You had a timeline to watch in jail. Yeah, people. Yeah, peace and love. Like we had cable. You paid for it probably. More like. Shout out to Dawn Pratt. Hey, that part is correct about the house. Thank you so much, Dawn. Thank you so much. I like when people fact check me in real time because I couldn't quite remember, right? And so it's very important for me, y'all, to address these things in a real way, right? Because you got so many guys that try to act like that they're perfect, and like did he do it? Excuse me. Did Mr. Curtis Jackson decide to do a documentary on his life and what he did? No, he didn't. He just chose to drag, did he? So, I mean, before we start, throwing rocks, I think we need to, check our houses. What do I know, right? Shout out to Mama Mia. What's wrong with GED? Most people don't remember half stuff they learned. It's true, but I like to qualify that. That's my little qualifier. Shout out to Kid. Gizmo will say your name. Shout out to Kid. Shout out to the chat. Get the likes up. Don't be a mark. Don't be a hater. Don't be a mark all your life. Let me see. Fans hit the live. Shout out to people. Let me see. Welcome, darling. Yes, indeed. Let me see. So people check, get the likes up, Marks. You heard her. Carol. Hey, Carol. Carol, you're going to stop after trolling. I've given you an opportunity to come on here to speak your piece. I really have, Carol. Yeah, my bad. Carol, I've given you an opportunity to come on here to speak your piece. And I've given you respect because I know you're an elderly woman and you've had your opportunity to speak to me. However, you won't text. When I ask you what is your problem with me, you just either insult me or tell me I don't know what I'm doing with my daughter. Here's your opportunity, or I'm going to have to not give you the time of day. Miss Carol, come on now. Shout out to Miss Carol. Miss Carol need a man. Miss Carol, how old are you? 75 now? Lord have mercy. Miss Carol. She was on Kendra's show, y'all. Carol Fulford. If y'all want to go look up Kendra's G's show. What's up, Carl? What's up going on? Where them big girls at with them income tax checks? Hey, Carl, you done waited too late, man. You supposed to been trying to do that around Christmas time, man. You done waited too late, man. You supposed to be, hey, baby girl, and bought her a little something. Hey, baby, here, put that, you know what I mean? A little something. Hey, remember me. Shout out to Carl, man. What's happening? Wait, roll. Let me see, fancy. Give 7 all. Yes, you heard Carl. Let me see. Carl, that's sad that you think that way. I hope you're playing. What up, E-Bell? Shout out there. Yeah, them your folks. Who E-Bell? Shout out to E-Bell. Let me see. Shout out to E-Bell. Some people twin likes. My dog Lusky with a dooski. Let me see. My dog OG haters in the back. Get the likes. If you hear my dog. He don't like to repeat himself. Shout out to Darnell Green. What's going on? Sister, good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, chat. And this is where we at. Shout out to the chat, y'all. My apologies. I'm gonna try to keep up with the chat now. And so, y'all, one of the things that's very important for me, y'all, is talking about these things in a real way, right? I get that we need heroes. We need people to look up to. However, we shouldn't ever be looking to glorify people. You know what I'm saying? Just because they either have money or they have status. right? We should be looking to glory. We should be looking to glorify people based on their character. What is he or she made of, right? What are they doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, in this clickbait social media world, you know what I'm saying, everybody want to gravitate toward that, right? But let's see what you've done for other people. Let's see how you serve someone else other than yourself. You know what I'm saying? What have you done, you know what I'm saying, to benefit someone else? Or is it all about you? Or is it all about your success? Or is it all about things that uplift you? I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. Whenever I did something, y'all, for people, I never went around, you know what I'm saying, hey, this is what I did for you. You know what I mean? I did what I did, whether you did something back for me or not. I get mine now. You know what I'm saying? The creator is taking care of me now for the seeds that I sowed even then. But I'm not perfect. Right? I don't claim to be. I truly got a problem when we continue to lift up people and then you get mad at me in my comments and call me a hater because I literally told you the truth. 50 isn't doing anything, Chris, because it's his moral obligation. He's doing it to be self-serving and he's petty. He's the same guy that went as far to rent out. Didn't Ja Rule throw a concert, y'all, and he rented out like the first 2 rows just to sit there by himself? See, a lot of y'all think that shit is cool because you like, oh, 50, that's beef. Man, where I come from, y'all, real beef is when niggas getting killed. That's real beef. If ain't nobody dying, if there's no potential for that, then it's not beef. It's just simply it's a minor disagreement. That's beef. When life and death is on the floor. That shit to me, y'all, is corny. Now, y'all don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all made in the bed because y'all don't think that maybe things can get that serious. But I'm telling you, that's beef. Internet stuff can never be beef with me. That's talk. That's a dislike. That's a disagreement between men or women or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's not beef. Real beef is when life and limb are at stake, right? And it gets that real. So these back and forth minor scrapes, y'all, they're good to keep the algorithm in rotation. Men like me who just been there see it for what it is. You're just trying to be noticed, dog. And you need to address that. Because that's not masculine, that's a feminine quality that you need to always be on the scene and be seen and be heard. You should be somewhere in the back, handling your business behind the scenes. You've been in the limelight, dog, for a quarter century. Basically. Fall back. Let me see what I can do. You know what I mean? Behind the scenes to push other people forward while I'm still eating. It's their time. You 50 years old, 50. You 50 years old, 50. When do we grow up, y'all, and get past a lot of this childish behavior? And when do we stop lifting up athletes and entertainers for the sake of? Shout out to OG. Tell them again, fans. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. You heard her. What's up, Miss Destiny? Good to see Miss Destiny now. Good to see Miss Destiny in the chat. Shout out to Pink Rose, always supporting, always dropping the cash app, always supporting Never Beast. Thank you so much, Pink Rose. It's never necessary, y'all. I must come over here and cook the way I cook. However, you know, I'm always appreciative of whatever. My creator gonna bless me and gizmo no matter what. Shout out to Marie. Marie Love. What's up, Marie? Good to see Marie. Shout out to Marie in the house. Let me make sure. Did I get y'all the roar? The gizmo take my fangs. People just looking but not like. Yeah, they like to try to steal my guy. Somebody right now trying to figure out a way to beat me. And they like, well, wait a minute, can I get this off? No, bro, you can't get it off. You don't have my charisma. You don't have my showmanship or my pizzazz. And it's not coming from a real, sincere place. So you're gonna come off as a fake. I suggest you don't do it. Shout out to Disney. This sounds funny coming from you, Awesome. Awesome is rubbing on us. Yes, yes, yes. Lights up, Marks. You heard him. Red Rising 3. Yes. And here's the thing, chat. As you sit back and watch me this morning, I hope you at least learned something, whether you like me or not, which a lot of you all don't. I at least hope you learned something, because all I've ever tried to do, y'all, is give you information that you can use. That's all I've ever tried to do. Use my life as teachable moments and give you information that you can use. Now, let me see, it's 30 of y'all in here, so I'm gonna need 10 of y'all to drop out, or we're gonna need about 8 likes, and we're gonna need them in about 20 seconds. Okay. How many of y'all dropped out? 7. Okay. We need 1 more to drop out. We're gonna need 7, 8 likes. About 15 seconds. Two. 10 seconds. All right. Well, appreciate everybody for being in here with the Awesome and the Gizmo. Thank y'all so much. I'll cook with y'all next time. You know what it is. You know who I am. I'm a beast, a one of one. Keep watching. Get the likes.